Good Sunday morning to you and happy St. Patrick's Day. This is Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich with your March 17th, 2013 outlook. We're going to take a look at this Monday system and we're going to use the Canadian model as a point of reference. The reason I'm using the Canadian model is it just went under a huge overhaul and upgrade, and it was a very expensive upgrade to the software, and it seems like ever since that upgrade took place, the Canadian has been spot on, at least for this month. With that system on the 7th, it was a no-show for our area. The Canadian said it was going to be just right around Washington, D.C. and points to the west, and that was correct. And this system yesterday, the little clipper system that brought some light snows across PA and parts of New Jersey, the Canadian had it for a little over 4 days out, and it kept the same idea all the way to the end. So the Canadian has performed much better recently, and we're going to take a look at this system on Monday using the Canadian. We have a primary system cutting into the Great Lakes and a secondary that's going to form kind of down here across the Delmarva region. But because of this primary system strong heading to the lakes, you're going to have warm air advection out in front of it. So we do think it's going to start off as snow in many of these areas across the interior, but it will transition to rain eventually, and we'll show you that. This is 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and you can see some light snow breaking out here in central PA across the Laurel Highlands of south central PA. As time goes on, as you get to noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you can see snows breaking across our entire region here. It's moderate snow, light to moderate snow, from Harrisburg to just south of Lehigh Valley over to northern New Jersey is probably your line. And then as you head further in time here, you can see this pink area is actually sleet or a mix, and that's from Harrisburg over to Allentown. You're now a mix, and it's still hanging on to snow across northeastern PA and northern New Jersey longer. When you go even further into time, you can see that this blue is the dark blues here are the heavier snows, and that's holding on in extreme northwestern New Jersey and Sussex County and northeastern PA, north central PA areas. But eventually you see that does change over to rain with this green. The primary is still hitting the lakes again. The warm air advection out in front of it will change this over with warm air aloft, and then there's going to pop a secondary right there that's going to transfer its energy from this one to this one, but it's a little bit too late. By the time it does that and this one here gains strength, the precipitation moves out, so it doesn't really help anybody but New England. New England's going to get a good wallop out of this. I think for our area, we're looking at primarily a snow to rain deal. The RGEM, which is the short-range version of the Canadian model this morning, shows these areas of snow very well. And I'd say if we're going to make a snow map, I'd probably make it pretty close to this right now. Your 2-inch line is where the light blue starts, and that would be from about Chambersburg, PA, straight through Harrisburg and Allentown. Actually, Allentown's up here, so maybe Quakertown, and then across northern New Jersey, you get a couple, 2, 3, 4 inches of snow also. So Lehigh Valley being right here, I would say they're pretty prime for a 1 to 3, 2 to 4 inch type snowfall. Once you get up here in northeastern PA, you're dealing with 4 to 6 inches, maybe a few spots over 6 inches in the higher elevations here. You can see that indicated here. And across central PA, State College is actually in the 6 to 10 inch range. And I think that's a pretty good estimate of what we can expect from this storm. You look at the NAM model. Not as zoomed in on this one, but the NAM model pretty much does the same thing, same areas. 2-inch line is where the light blue starts, and then this line here where the purple is where you get greater than 6. Again, these are higher elevations of Carbon Monroe County where you can get over 6 inches. I think it's a pretty good call right now. So if you look at our first call map of where the area is outlined of where we think is going to be the heaviest snow accumulations, and we have this area outlined in the dark blue, and I think this is a pretty good representation still. We don't have any totals on this yet. We're going to wait until we have some better data with tonight's runs before we release the final call. There will be no second call on this. We're going to abandon that. But the area in light blue are areas that we think are going to be some minor accumulations greater than 2 inches in this whole area here, and this area would be the best potential area to see greater than 4. The pink areas here are probably just a mix and maybe just a coating, some coatings to 1 inch or if that, and then the green is the rain. So that's what we're looking at. I went a little bit long today, but we had a lot to cover. So keep following us on the Facebook page for further updates. And I am Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich. Have a great Sunday and great St. Patrick's Day.